Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of Wedding Series. In today's video, I'll be covering all the church paperwork that is required to be done once the marriage preparation course is over. So if you haven't seen the first video yet, I'll just link it up above and you can go ahead and check that. This video is in case both of you guys are Catholic and living within the same city or country, then you all can follow this process. There is also different steps or changes that happens when you're marrying a non-Catholic, or in case if you both are not in India. Alright, so let's just get right into it. Now, the paperwork will always begin at the bride's parish. So for the first step, you would need to go to your parish office once you've completed your MPC course and you've got the certificate. You would need to carry your and your partner's baptism certificate. Keep your family ID card and the community details handy with you, and also take your MPC certificate. Go to the parish office and tell them that you need to fill up a prenuptials enquiry form. Prenuptial is not what you're thinking otherwise, or you've heard in movies. So basically it's like a form to initiate the marriage request. So it has some basic details like your and your groom's details. It also has information. So remember to keep your confirmation date handy. You would need your partner's address details and all the other basic details. So it takes around an hour or something to fill the PNE form. Once you fill in the form, the priest will then give you a letter, basically just indicating that so and so person from this parish wishes to marry so and so person from this parish. They will give it in your hand and you would need to give it to your partner. Your partner will then have to go to that parish, to his parish basically, and hand over that letter. Okay, so you go to your church, fill the form, the priest gives you a letter, take the letter, hand it over to your partner, and your partner will then go to his parish and submit the letter. When the priest gets the letter, it's basically like a go ahead for them to start the PNE form for the groom. Okay, so the same form will then be filled by your partner and with all the details, but you've already submitted all the documentation, so no documentation is collected at the groom's side. Only the form is filled. They will submit the form again and give it to your partner, because again this form comes back to the girl's parish. So that is step 1. Step 2 is when the bride's parish will confirm when the banns have to be read. Now if you don't know what the banns are, that's basically like an announcement that happens in the church informing who is getting married to whom and from where they are. And if anyone has any sort of objection, they can come forward and talk about it. So what the parish priest does is they just check with you when you want the banns to be read. Usually it's 1 month before the wedding. And they check the dates and they confirm that okay, we can read it on so and so dates. And then they write a letter again to the groom's parish stating that please read the banns on so and so date. So they give that letter, again they hand it over to you, the messenger. You hand it over to the groom who is going to be the messenger at his hand, and he will go to the parish priest, his parish, and submit the ban details. Now they just make a note in their diary or wherever it is that they have to make a note, and then the process is paused till the time the banns are not read. 2 weeks post your banns are read, the groom would again need to go to his parish, get the results of the ban, hand it over to the bride. The bride will then go to the church and submit the results of the ban. Bride's parish will now do is all the documents that they had filed together, the initial certificate, the baptism certificate, the prenuptials form for both the bride and the groom, and the results of the ban. All of this is kind of filed together along with the no objection certificate that okay, we don't have any objection for the wedding to kind of happen at your parish. If the marriage is happening at the bride's parish itself, the no objection letter is not required, but other than that they will give a no objection letter along with that, and you have to take this entire file and submit it back to the groom's parish. Once they get the paperwork, then you're done with the entire process. It seems like a lot of back and forth that happens, but if you have all the paperwork ready, everything is in hand, then it does not take a lot of time. Just ensure that you start the paperwork, as I said, before 6 months. Don't wait till the last time, because if there is any paperwork that's missing and you don't have it and there's some delay for you never know. If there's some delay, you just don't want that to kind of worry you closer to the wedding date. So that's pretty much it. I hope I've covered everything. In case you have any questions, please do leave in the comment section below and I'll be happy to address them. Until then, as I always say, always spread love, positivity and kindness. Bye.